Welcome to the Clutch Buckets Podcast. My name is Josh Tyson.
Adam Kyle Spence.
Their profession, our passion, your court. Check ball to you, Kyle. What's good, my boy?
Check ball, Tyson. How's it been, brother?
We here, man. Yo, shocking news.
We
Send
said this
Wade
was
to the
going to
NBA. I'm
happen.
hyped. That was wild, dog.
This is exactly what we said was going to happen. We said that as soon as we finished saying, ain't nothing going on in these trades, this is the most boring trade season
All
of
of a
all
sudden,
time. Next thing you know, this is the most monumental trade of all time. And I
wow.
think it's not necessarily due to just the players, but it's due to the way that they did it. I have
I've never
never
seen it
seen
like
that
that.
in my
Never
entire
seen it.
life, Tyson.
Superstar for superstar? Come on.
Okay, so let's get to it then.
Let's get in
Luka
it.
Doncic has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers,
Yo.
with the trade being with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is now a Dallas Maverick. Of course, there's some additional details there as far as regarding the 2029 first round draft pick and then the reserve guard in Max Christie. But the way that this came about, I think just to lay the playing field, level it out just a bit, it seems as though it was GM to GM. Is that the fair thing?
Yeah.
Like
And
this
GM,
was just Rob Pelinka and I can't remember the guy's name. Was it Chris or something like that? We're gonna find it in a moment.
oh
But
yeah, yeah.
GM
You
to
talking about the
GM
Mavs GM? That's
conversation.
Garrison. Yeah.
Garrison,
Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they had this smoking room conversation where,
Yeah.
according to the details that have recently been released, they've been having, coffee dates and just
Mm,
kind of throwing some ideas around, just
yeah.
saying, what could have been, what would have been, and they started to materialize and solidify from there to the point that the players, the coaches, and the staff did not know any of this was going
Right.
on.
Right.
So this was monumental in so many ways, Tyson. What was your initial reaction? Where were you when you heard this?
Yo. Where was I now? I was in Louisiana. I was at my father-in-law's house, man. But I was just sitting down, bro. We're rolling through that Facebook in the morning. I was like, yo, what? What just popped off? It's wild though, man. I'm mad how they downplayed it. Like
Hmm.
it was just insignificant in terms of how the GM started talking like they were just randomly at somebody mutual friends party and they're like, oh,
Hmm.
let's get coffee. Yeah, let's throw it around. What if? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all know that y'all came with a mission. Because even Harrison was talking about, yo, old boy had a super max contract looming. Luka did. And I'm guessing, and this is the part, man, that's actually disturbing about this because you talk about a franchise Dirk Nowitzki type player. Like they
Hmm.
wanted him to stay with the Mavs forever. This was going to be him. Who they're going to completely build around. And even Mark Cuban, that dude, he basically adopted that guy, man. He's like, no, that's my guy. But I heard he sold like half of the company last year, half of the
Yeah,
Mavs franchise. So somebody else took over from
that's
their
right.
operations. Because I know he would never allow this. Never allowed this. That's what I'm saying. This came left field. So something over time had to be so uh, in their eyes so detrimental to the future to where they're like, nah, we ain't pulling out that type of bread for you, bro. Because once he
Hmm.
gets the contract, it's a wrap. Like
Right,
there's nothing you can do from there, bro. And
right.
whatever, I don't know, antics he had, maybe from not listening, not being in shape, not following directions when it comes to his health, those were just going to get even worse. Those were just going to exacerbate. So,
Hmm.
man, that's, bro, I want to know. I want to know behind the scenes. That's what I want to know, bro. Right?
That's
Like, what
exactly
was
how
so
I
bad?
feel.
What was so bad? I heard he got up to like 260, but I was like, yo, I don't know,
270.
270. I don't know, dog. What you feeling, man?
Dude, all right. So this is how it played out for me. It was probably close to midnight when I saw this on social media.
Yeah.
I saw someone just randomly, it wasn't Twitter, it was like Blue Sky. Someone just randomly just said, hey, this Luka to the Lakers thing is crazy, huh? Not a lot of feedback,
Right,
because
none.
it's a
Yeah, you
smaller
couldn't
social
believe it.
media
Right.
circle. It's like, what you
Couldn't
talking about?
verify. Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me go to X real
Fake
quick. Let
news.
me
Fake
look on
news.
here
Right.
real quick. And then I'm looking and everyone's starting to, there's always those random tweets where it's like, if you know, and I hate when people do that. Like, just tell me exactly what's going
Right.
on.
Never give me
Then I
details,
finally
please.
went to Google and typed it in and turned out this is what it was. And I immediately tagged you in it. I
Yeah,
tagged
I
you, I
appreciate
tagged
that,
my
Tab.
brother in it. I was like, what is happening right now? So went to sleep, woke up, saw like, okay, this is legitimate. Everything has been finalized. AD to the Mavs, Luka to the Lakers.
Wow,
What
no.
is happening here? I immediately went confused. I wanted to immediately take out my tinfoil hat, put that on, let's get the party started on some conspiracies because conspiracies are coming out left, right, and center. But
but
beyond that,
block
this
all
is what I've been seeing. Like, I was confused. Why would you give up a generational talent for a good player in AD that is constantly injured? Why would you, what would
the
you get out of this?
insane.
Like, there's nothing that benefits you in
Nah,
making this decision at all. So I was just absolutely confused. I didn't know what to think. I thought that the Lakers immediately won the system,
oh
won
yeah,
the whole trade.
yeah.
But beyond that, Tyson, I'm starting to think a little bit further. I'm not 100% sure Lakers won.
Why
I don't
not?
know.
Talk
I,
about it.
I
Let's talk
feel
about it.
like there's more to this, not only because of what you said, saying that Luka might not be that good of a team player. He's clearly not listening to the expectations.
Right,
He pulling a Zion Williamson, and he ain't even in New Orleans
right,
because his
right. And
weight is
knowing his dietitian
fluctuating.
rules, he fired his
And
dietitian. Yeah.
if you don't get the supermax for the talent that you possess,
Uh-huh.
something about you must be
I've never
wrong.
seen this not happen.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah. I've never seen a franchise really tag somebody and move forward and like, you know what? Right before the max, we're not gonna pay you, bro. We're gonna let you test it. I've never seen that, bro. Like maybe, and so this is the undercut of it, man. Like, is his injury worse than they're saying? Is it worse than they're saying? I know you got to have a health evaluation, everything too, to confirm it. But like, yo, I don't understand it, man. That there's some major issues behind it. Now, what I will say too, man, on the other end of it, like in managing Luka moving forward, how's that gonna work with JJ? If the Mavs couldn't do it, the ones who were calling this dude even when he was overseas to bring him over,
Right.
like what you think JJ and that organization gonna do? I don't know, man.
I
That's
don't
tough.
know. I feel as though I'll tell you here are the highlights of this trade. You have, and I pulled up some of his stats earlier. Let me see if I could find them. He's a this this his career for Luca. He's averaging
Easy.
8 and
Easy.
8. 28 8. He's basically averaging almost, if we black, so we gonna round all the way up.
All the
He
way up.
averaging a triple double right now.
Great.
So
I'm with it. I'm
he
with it.
averaging almost a triple double right now on 47% shooting and he's 34%, almost 35% from the three-point line. You got everything you want offensively. So you've gotten that part. The other upside is you're now putting him with a mentor in LeBron James, potentially,
Right.
potentially,
Potentially.
that you now can say LeBron James spends X amount of dollars on his body every year. Here's how you condition yourself. We've seen what AD was able to do because he was always like street clothes AD. AD stands for always damage, all of these different things. And then AD ended up having a really good, I think last season and season before last, where he actually was playing games. He was not on the sideline consistently.
Yeah,
So if you have someone like LeBron James in your corner trying to tell you how to take care of your body, how to really tap in, be more disciplined, et cetera, you might be in a position to actually become even more than a generational talent. You could be a
yeah,
phenom
you
because
could.
this guy's only 20, what, 25, 26
Yeah,
years old.
yeah. I hear that narrative. So my first reaction to that narrative is, I mean, I know you just gave the AD example, and he man, he was already with LeBron for like what 2, 3 years, two, three,
Yeah.
4 years,
He was
and
from 2019, I
right,
think.
right. He been LeBron for a minute, and he's just now, being a little healthy. It's like, come on, man. My thing is, what player has come to LeBron and left a better player and improved?
I can't. First of all, you both
That,
and I are
that's
on the
that's
same
that's what I'm
page.
saying. So my
You
thing
know
is,
that you and I are both on the same page with that.
my thinking is like, I don't, even from that perspective, I understand he really takes care of his body, but that's what I'm saying. This is something that Luka is gonna have to look in the mirror for himself and be like, I need to step up my game. Maybe this lights a fire up under him, because I know probably in his mind, bro, the last person ever get traded, not just on my team, in the
Mm.
NBA is me. And I think this changed the narrative for all of the NBA. Everybody up for grabs.
Everybody ain't safe,
Nobody is safe out here in these streets, bro.
and that's
Nobody
true.
is safe out here in these streets. So, and I think this is going to help the NBA, because niggas are gonna start taking their jobs a little bit more seriously. Like, people are gonna be put a little bit more effort into their workouts, into their practices, and maybe step up their game a little bit.
So who do you think won? If you had to just look at it on the front.
So, and I was hearing somebody talk about this earlier. So short term, the Mavs, because I think they could really make some noise now. On their side, of course, they lose Luka, so they lose some offense. But remember, the reason they didn't win because of their offense. I mean, their defense, and
Hmm.
which Luka was the main issue on their defense. And you take that away, and you upgrade your defense significantly, and you
Hmm.
still got your shooters, you still got Kyrie, you still got Clay, Max Christie coming through, and now AD gets to move to the 4, because you got a center in Gafford and Lively, so he
Hmm.
gets to play his true position. You know what I mean? So, and it's funny, man. I heard somebody on the podcast earlier. They were talking about, remember, AD was complaining a little while
But we
back
need another
about
big.
getting another big, and they're like, "Oh, bet you got a big now," and like,
You the
you got it in Dallas.
big.
You got Lavine and Gafford. Get on over there, yo. But real talk, man. Laker fans are ecstatic because they were in limbo. They didn't know what was going to come after LeBron. They
Hmm.
knew they knew AD wasn't that guy. He's not gonna be your franchise player. He's not gonna be the one you build around. So they hype now, because now next decade probably you're gonna have Luka to build around, man. So
I think that the Mavs did, in fact, win the short term, and that's all they need.
mm,
That's all they need. They never were set up like positioned to be a long term. Well, let me tell you that back. With Luca, they were,
yeah,
but because you could always build around Luca. But at this point, just a short term win is what they're going to get. Does this
yeah.
make them a finals contender? No.
Maybe in the
If
next year. I don't see it this year, because you
I
got to
don't
get the
see
best
it, I don't
chemistry
see
got
it.
to happen. Yeah,
So, but it fits better. And I know that they talked about this earlier about the fitting the culture versus adding to the culture, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah. Whatever. It fits.
it does.
80 with Kyrie fits. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, but at the same time, even with that narrative, like we all know, Cal, because this cat was on your team. Kyrie is not a point guard.
No.
He is not a point guard. He doesn't make the players around him better. So if you talking about you thinking you gonna bring AD over and Kyrie gonna be handling the ball, throwing lobs and great passes to that AD. That ain't it. That's not gonna pop. So my first question is, who's handling the rock? Who's gonna be the facilitator?
You better put
Who's gonna get the
Dinwiddie
rock to
up there.
AD?
Spencer Dinwiddie gonna be the one who's gonna have to do it. And that's
Shoot,
fine because he gonna
he's
play the same Tyus Jones role, which is just be around, be present. That's all we're asking for you
give
to do at this
everybody else
point.
the ball. Don't shoot
Because you're
too.
gonna have Kyrie, Clay, AD, Gafford.
Yeah,
May as well just put either Jaden Hardy or Spencer Dinwiddie in that position and trying to kind of be more of a facilitator than anything else.
yeah,
But what I do think that the Lakers have gotten is talent. And when you have talent for the Los Angeles Lakers, that's probably sometimes more important than winning.
yeah.
Meaning, I can put people in seats because I will watch you
Right,
entertain us for
right.
the next 48 minutes. Win or lose, we're
Win or
still going
lose.
to show up because we have never seen someone play this well before.
Right. And I
Pairing
think
that with
yeah,
the aging LeBron James,
yeah,
you have yourself entertainment. I don't see this going much further than that because they kind of play the same way. The
right.
ball dominant. They I don't think
They're the
Luka's
same
a great
players.
shooter,
They're like
if
the
I'm
same
being
player, bro.
honest.
Yeah,
They play the same way. It feels like one
right,
just slower than the other.
right.
And I have to give it to, LeBron. He actually still kind of plays defense in comparison to what
Ah,
is happening. He plays more defense than Luka on any given night. It's not
and
even a
more than Luka, yeah,
conversation to me.
yeah. So on
So
the yeah,
I feel like there is definitely some things that could be added to the Lakers. I don't know if this is the only move they're going to make before they
right,
kind
not
of close out the season. I feel as though they're going to make another move. There's some murmurs of LeBron James because he's not been privy to what was happening behind the scenes. He might want to try and move himself, but I don't see that happening at all
yeah,
whatsoever.
yeah,
But I do think that there's a win. It may not be translated to a win in actually the season itself, but
yeah.
a win in the entertainment and the franchise of the Los Angeles Lakers that has happened here. And that's what they want. So I'm
That's what
not
they
upset
want, bro.
about
And that's what they want, man. That's what the Lakers do, man. They bring along the generational players, the most, fashionable, star players, that you can possibly get, man. And that's what they did. I mean, it's a win for them long term. I
it.
mean,
Mhm.
you can't deny that at all, man. I mean, Lakers, a losing even in a losing season, they're still the first people or the first team everybody talks about in the media the next day. I mean, it
Yes.
is what it is.
Yes.
And now you add somebody like Luka to the mix,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap, man. So I mean, and you're going to be able to now recruit players. People haven't wanted to come to the
Yeah.
Lakers, right? Because of LeBron. But now you got Luka. Even though I heard, it's probably tough. I heard it's kind of tough to play with Luka, but now, man, you got Luka, man. You might be able to really make some noise. But even on the short term, like, yo, I heard Vegas gave them much better odds of winning the championship this year. I'm like, yo, what? Now that's ludicrous to me, man. Because even if they make another move, first you got to build chemistry. Luka and LeBron are almost the same player. If
Mhm.
LeBron has the rock, Luka's not moving without the ball. You ever seen Luka move without the LeBron barely moves without the ball. So my thing is, man, and where they're going to suffer is defense. They
Mhm.
were already pretty horrid at defense. Now you take away your best defensive player and you add
Austin Reeves
Luka
gonna have to step up.
and you add Luka. The reason why one of the reasons why the Mavs let him go was because
Mhm.
defense. Like, yo, yeah, the shot that the GM for the Mavs took by saying, we believe defense wins champions.
Yes, he did. He
We
sure
believe
did.
defense wins championships, bro. That was a direct shot at Luka, bro.
Yeah.
Direct at Luka, bro.
We didn't win because you can't play defense, and
Yo,
they took clear advantage of you time and time
yeah.
again throughout that series.
Yo, the wildest part though is, man, yo, I could see if this was like a King situation with like the Air Force. Well, last couple years they haven't been doing too well. What I mean, they haven't made it to the championship. They haven't made it to the, maybe semifinals.
Hmm.
Luka was just in the championship last year.
He was.
He took the boy to the championship last year,
Yep.
bruh. And you already saying, sorry, no, we can't help you now. We don't believe in you. What? That's why I truly believe I cannot wait until the real story breaks
Yes.
on what really happened, man.
We need
Because
a 30 for 30.
that's wild. Because man, just a simple, just man, he's not, disciplined enough not to eat these foods. He's overweight, that stuff. What I mean? I can see how it could build up over time, but so significant to where you trade your franchise. Yo, this is what y'all built around. This
Hmm.
is who, this is really who has revitalized the Mavericks. Who the
Hmm.
Mavericks been for the last few years before Luka got?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's definitely still a lot to unpack, and I'm sure that there are going to be a lot of rumors and things that are going to transpire within the coming weeks with regards to this trade. And I can't wait because I believe February 25th is when they meet the Lakers versus the Mavs. So I am going to be staying tuned to see how that plays out
Most definitely.
because there's definitely revenge all around the board that we're going to want to look at. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, another major trade has occurred, not on the same scale as this, but it's
Nah,
definitely
nowhere
still
near.
pivotal nonetheless,
Yeah.
where De'Aaron Fox has been traded to the San Antonio Spurs,
Oh,
which, by the way, I must say, I pointed this out.
you
I
did. You caught
said
it. You
this.
caught it. You
I
caught it.
said this. All right, so
Right.
De'Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs, and the Sacramento Kings receive Chicago Bulls' Zach
That's a
Lavine.
tough hit, bro.
And then I don't even know what the Chicago Bulls received in in turn. I guess some picks.
Yo,
What's
yo,
going on with your
yo.
Bulls, yo?
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. I think they need to fire everybody within the Bulls organization, man. Everybody who makes any type of decision regarding our players. The mismanagement of our players, man, I think will go down as, especially within the NBA sector, man.
Hmm.
I think one of uh, the worst issues we've had in the past century, man. You talk about from Derrick Rose, even though he played with injury issues. Jimmy Butler, we had got Dwayne Wade. We had, I mean, Lavine, who he can be a star talent. He has. It's we just don't understand player development. We
Hmm.
don't know how to put the right pieces around our players. We don't know how to make these players feel like they family and they're gonna be here long term. They've been talking about trading Lavine for the last couple years now. How
Hmm.
you expect him to play, bro? Like, come
That's true.
on, man. Like, yo, it's an issue. But De'Aaron Fox, man, I think this was a great move for him. Because remember, 3 years ago, they were talking about the Kings were next up. They were supposed to be next when it came to, the top dogs in the West. And
Absolutely.
we haven't heard from them at all, man.
Not
And
the.
I think, bro, is that now somebody might take us stray right now, man. But your boy who went over there, man, from the San Antonio Spurs, the mid-range king. What's your boy's name?
You talking about DeRozan?
DeRozan. Bro, it seems like everywhere he goes, man, why do the teams get worse, bro? Bro,
Was he worse? Did
bro.
he make the Bulls worse when he was there?
We were not better. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Not, hey, he had a couple game winners, you know what I mean? Got us a couple dubs, but we weren't in contention for
First of
anything,
all,
man.
what we need to point out, guys, let's settle it right here. This is why you need to be listening to the Clutch Buckets podcast because we
Talk about
talked
it.
about these things when it came up. We said, what in the world is DeRozan pairing up with De'Aaron Fox and the Kings going to do?
Come on, man.
Nothing. It
Nothing.
made no sense to me.
None
It made no
whatsoever.
sense to us. And that's why we're talking about it now. Now, look, the star player of the Sacramento Kings has now moved on to the San Antonio Spurs, who barely, I don't even know if they are a 500 team at this point. They might not even make a play in, but
Nah.
because they know that there's a generational talent in Wemby, they said, I'd rather play there and have a
Yep.
chance at actually making it deep than
Yep.
playing here. So,
Yep.
what does that say about these organizations and how they perceive talent and what they think these pairs are going to look like? It's ridiculous. I don't think that there's anything that DeRozan has added to that team. And now you're taking Zach Lavine from the Chicago Bulls and pairing him back up again with DeMar
Absurdity.
DeRozan.
Absurdity.
I don't, I'm, First of all, Zach Levine, I don't even think is a Western player, if I'm being honest. So he's going to be in for a rude awakening when he's going from the East to the West. I mean, yes, he was with Minnesota before, sure, but I think he got really comfortable with Chicago. And now you're trying to send him back over to the West. It's going to be a very, very stressful time for him to readjust to that competition over there.
And
So I
that's
don't know.
yo, you already paired these players together and it did not work. Now, mind you, during that time when they were with the Bulls, Levine and DeRozan, the issue was, Lonzo got hurt. They didn't have a point guard to facilitate to him and all that. So who do you have now on the Kings who replaces Lonzo Ball? Who's your point guard over there now?
Right.
Who's your
I
point
don't
guard? Who's
know.
gonna get it to him? So why would it work now? That's why, bro, these trades make absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, man. Even when DeRozan went over there with Fox, what are you going to? Both of them clog up the paint.
Hmm.
Like, man? Come on, man. I don't. It is what it is. What do you think
I'm
about
sorry.
the Aaron Fox with Wimby though?
Excellent,
Yeah,
excellent,
yeah,
excellent, excellent pickup. Oh my goodness, for the
yeah.
fact that they are pairing this guy who's already he's a 21 point average and he's a scorer, he's a
He's
slasher, and he
mm-hmm.
knows how to actually facilitate. He's
Yeah.
a legitimate strong point guard. Like he's not just somebody who brings
Not
a
real
rock
talk.
up and just scores every time down.
All
To
right, the
pair him with
self-acclaimed fastest
Wemby,
person in the NBA.
he was. I remember that, man. To pair him with Wemby, come on, man. That
Gone,
is an
bro.
excellent pickup.
Man, I can't wait to
Excellent
see.
pickup. And they didn't lose the veteran leadership in Chris Paul for
Yeah,
whatever that is worth. Again,
yeah.
I'm not a Chris Paul fan. I don't like him.
Nah,
But
not a fan.
for whatever it's worth, to have Chris Paul still remain with the team, I don't know
Yeah,
what they see in Castle. I can't remember his name.
they
Stephon
refuse.
Castle, I
Yeah, they
believe.
refuse to trade him too.
I don't understand it, yo.
I
What
mean,
does
he's
he
been
bring
beasting
that
them.
is so important? I don't know, but I'm sure that they see some talent there that they're like, you know what, if we lose it now, we're going to mess up our future. And I know that, the way that that leadership and organization works, they develop talent. They develop talent.
Yeah,
That's not to say the same for when we looking
yeah,
at, again, we talked about the Lakers earlier. These are not the same. These are apples and oranges. So if you have somebody who says we're not willing to let up off of this particular player, it's
yeah,
because they see something in them that they believe that they can get their return on their investment. And
yeah.
having De'Aaron Fox over there, this is an excellent pickup.
Oh yeah, all day.
Excellent pickup.
And Rick Castle is one of the rising rookies, bro, this year. Like he
Okay.
won rookie of the week last week. I mean,
Okay.
that dude has been balling. So I mean, you pairing up, man. Yeah, Wimby was a rookie of the year last year. Castle might be this year, and now you got the Chris Paul, the veteran, trying to teach them, coach them, and all that. And now you got a star point guard coming through.
Mhm.
Come on, man. Yo, I'm gonna start rolling over to some San Antonio game, man. Might
I
get some
was a
season
Spurs
tickets.
fan, yo.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
day with TD and Ginobili and TP, come on now. I was
Yeah, be
definitely a
good.
Spurs fan. So
Be good, though.
I might pick that up. I might, sign up for the bandwagon
Man.
application real quick
Come
and see
on,
what
hop on, man.
happens.
We
But
got him, man. I forward to see you in the email real quick.
appreciate that. Appreciate
Yes.
that. You know where to send it. Now, in the meantime, nothing has happened with Jimmy Butler.
Come
All of this talk is going on. Meanwhile, Jimmy Butler is out here being suspended indefinitely. He ain't got no job. He ain't got nothing to do.
Good
He's
hype
just
playing
like
around.
Tommy off of Martin. and Craig off a Friday.
This
I
dude
don't
over
know
there
what Jimmy
sipping coffee
Butler
at his shop,
thinks,
man. Yeah,
but do you think that he's going to find somewhere to land? Because what I heard recently is that they stopped talks with Golden State Warriors because
they
he's not
did.
willing to sign the extension.
They did.
So if he's not going to Golden State,
Nah.
where is he going to go at this point?
The Suns. He playing hardball right now. Right now, he telling every other team except the Suns, "I'm not going to sign an extension with you." Every other
Yeah.
team. So I
Yeah.
mean, why take that risk, knowing he's probably going to dip on you, within the next year? That's
Yeah.
that's a tough ask for teams, man. So oh boy might really get what he wants, man, at the end of the day. But
But
he
do the
know
Suns
him,
really
man.
want him?
That's yo. I don't. It doesn't seem like they really gonna get rid of Bill. Well,
Yeah,
Bill
Beal ain't
has to
gonna be
agree
there
to it.
long.
He got to agree to it though. They've been trying to make him uncomfortable,
Mhm.
putting him on the bench, reducing his minutes. You know what I mean? They've been trying to make him uncomfortable, but he has to waive his clause at the end of the day.
Yes.
Now, would you trade Durant for Jimmy?
Absolutely no. What kind of foolishness is that? Why would I ever? Why would anyone? There's no way that anyone in
No
their
way.
right mind would
No way.
ever do
Nah.
something like that. Ever. Ever in
Yo,
life.
the Warriors, by the way, I heard they've been incredibly active and hollering all the stars on every team at NBA in the NBA,
Mm.
trying to see who's available, what they can get,
I
trying to
mean,
pair
that's
some
a
type of
good thing,
star.
right?
It's finally a good thing because they've
Okay.
been slacking for some time. Like, come on, bro. They need to do everything they can and bring Durant back. They're gonna be
Yes.
like, look, bro, we got Draymond under control. He ain't gonna talk. He ain't even healthy right now.
He
We
ain't gonna
might
do
trade
nothing
him.
no more.
Like I promise you, if they if they went to Durant and they'd be like, what can we do to bring you back over here? And if he said trade Draymond, they would trade Draymond tomorrow.
100%.
with the quickness, though.
a hundred
With the
percent.
quickness. With the
And
quickness.
I would do it too.
Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
they
Durant
gonna do it.
hasn't fallen off, not even a little bit.
Not even a tad,
That
bro.
is
Wow.
ridiculous.
Wow, man.
He
He
is
hasn't lost
literally
a
the
step.
same player from when he won with the
Despite
Warriors.
despite the injuries. I'm like, wow,
Right. He tore a whole Achilles out here.
yo. But that's how you know, bro, it's passion for the game too, man.
Yeah.
That dude worked his butt off, man, to get back to where he was. Man, my man takes no days off. No days off, man. That's a true ball at heart. You gotta respect the game, man. This
So do
man,
you
I mean, you
think?
can see it. This man takes care of nothing. His hair, his
No,
skin, nothing,
no,
bro.
no. Oh, I
Everything
thought, okay,
is ball
okay.
is
You
life.
had me concerned. I thought you said that he takes care of
No,
everything,
no, no.
his hair, and
Nothing
I was
else
like,
matters.
time out.
Nothing else
That's a
matters.
flag on the play right
Nothing
there.
else matters, bro.
Okay,
Ball is
nothing
life.
else matters but
Nothing else,
ball.
man. Ball is life.
His ashiness,
Don't
his
matter.
hair,
Don't matter.
his demeanor,
Don't matter.
nothing. He
No.
don't care. He does
Never
not
seen
care.
never seen this man with a lineup right here.
I
Never.
ain't never seen it with a.
Only
Well,
on NBA picture day did he
when
have
he got
a
that
lineup
MVP, I
up here.
think that's when he was like, the one when he said you're a real
Yeah.
MVP. I think he had a lineup then, but other than
But that's
that,
that's when the NBA had to interfere and be like,
that's
yo,
true.
bro,
Like we need
you're
to sit you in
accepting
a
this
barber
award.
chair.
Bro, come sit down right here with
Just
our
sit
boss
down
real
real
quick.
quick.
Just sit down real quick, my dude, before you go and accept this award. They did that right before he went up there.
You're right. You're
Right
right.
before.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So shout out to KD. What do you think is gonna happen then? Butler is gonna get to the Phoenix Suns. They're gonna give up Beal for Butler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Most
got to
definitely.
give up more than that, right? Because that's not a 1-for-1.
It's not. Yeah. I would have to. This is a little trade machine, man. We gotta put that mug in. I'll talk about it next time. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think you gotta give him a little something else, especially with Bill. Bill's making a ridiculous amount, by the
But
way.
does that change anything? Butler, Katie, and Book.
I know it's
Does that
almost
make
like
it
the
a
same. Yeah.
championship contender?
So what I will say, it changes the heart,
It
like that
changes the
passion,
defensive identity.
the grittiness, the identity,
Sure.
and the defense. Bill's not
But
going.
I feel like these are all, not all, but their characteristics, their character rather, I don't know if they gel well. I can't imagine Jimmy Butler with KD. I can't imagine
He
Jimmy
would,
Butler
yeah, yeah, yeah,
with Devin Booker.
yeah.
I
I
feel
think,
like bumping heads would be like
yeah,
all they do.
I
Let's
think
keep in
Durant,
mind,
yeah,
Jimmy has been around the league a little bit himself. He's
yeah,
not graduated to journeyman yet. Like, I'm not going to disrespect him like that.
nah,
But he has been on a few teams at this point. Was it what?
yeah,
Chicago, Philly,
mm-hmm.
Minnesota?
Minnesota,
Now
Miami,
he's with, oh, and now he's with Miami.
yeah,
Am I missing any?
Minnesota. Oh, yeah, Philly, man, yeah, that's four.
Yeah, Chicago, Philly, Minnesota, Miami.
Yeah,
He about to go to another team.
mm.
One more after that.
One more.
He graduated,
We
baby.
we gonna have to get his diploma ready.
He got to get
I
his
don't know
diploma
what.
because you now officially a journeyman. So he is not, he's like, he's a sophomore going on junior right now. And I'm kind of a little bit concerned because at some point you're aging and
Mhm.
your demeanor and how you carry yourself and what you perceive yourself as a talent may not translate. And how you talk to people may not translate.
Nah, man.
I don't know if people who might be a little bit more like, you need to kind of address me a certain way. And Jimmy is very obstinate. He's very stubborn. He's
Yeah,
not going
yeah.
to
He's very
kind of
full.
back off of his perception of anything.
Nah, I think at the end of the day, I think this is where him and Durant can click. Because at the end of the day, Jimmy gonna ball, and like
Jimmy
he's serious
Gumball.
about balling. So when it comes to on court activities, I think Durant can deal with his antics because they both on the same page when it comes to basketball discipline. Like they both
Okay.
trying to grind, they both trying to win. I think he gonna
Okay.
get irritated with him, change with all his little antics, but I think they're about balling. Booker, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I think Durant gonna hop on the same page as him. So we'll see.
He should have gone to the Warriors, man. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
We're just talking about, how does this Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade, how does that fall in line with previous trades that has happened in the league
Mm.
before?
Mm.
Where do you think, and there's a list of them that I
Yeah.
think that we can call off the top of our head. One being, now I'm gonna go straight to it, when they
Hey,
vetoed, uh, it was a veto, it wasn't a
it was
trade, but when they
straight veto, bro.
vetoed
They
that
said, nah.
Chris Paul trade to the Los Angeles
They said,
Lakers by
heck to the
David
no.
Stern, I felt like that was like, oh, y'all really control things. Like we
They do.
cannot.
That's when I realized really realized, yo, it was a business. Like
It
they kind of
sure
about,
is.
yeah. Like they really ain't about it because they want to, keep the market fair all around. But my thing is, bro, I mean, if y'all was gonna do that at the time, you should never let LeBron go with Wade and balls.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know how all that wasn't vetoed, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, but that was wild, man. Yo, cause I could imagine. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Chris Paul and Kobe would have vibed like that. Two
They would have figured it out. Because
alphas,
Chris
man.
Paul wants to win, and Kobe is not going to let anyone stop him from
Yeah,
winning.
yeah, yeah.
They would have to come to blows, but I guarantee you they will figure it out.
Yeah, I feel. But they both, I don't know. It was crazy because I mean they both were ball dominant. Both had to have the rock. You know what I mean? Think of name one point guard Kobe played with, bro. That was a point guard that had to have the ball. I had the
No,
ball all the
no,
time.
no, no,
None of
no.
them. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. What
Okay,
else?
what
What
other
else?
ones then?
You got
There's
Lillard to the Bucks for Holiday. That was wild, bro. Because that allows y'all to get a championship.
shout
I
out to the Milwaukee Bucks, man, and the Portland Trail Blazers.
know you of all
I
people
need to
picked
send
them.
them fruit baskets.
You do,
That's a
man.
fact.
Every year you need to send her for basket, bro.
You right.
Oh,
That
that's,
was a good one.
that was.
There was Vladi Divac,
Yeah,
that,
yeah. I don't
because
really
he
remember
traded
that.
to Charlotte for Kobe.
Oh, that's
Was that
right.
it? So Kobe
Yeah,
was a Charlotte Hornet.
yeah, he
They
was. They
traded
drafted him.
Vladi
Yeah.
Divac in order to get Kobe Bryant. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
you talking about, bro? You talking about, bro, the collapse, yo, the worst decision the Charlotte Hornets ever made, bro.
They didn't know.
Dropping the ball, bro. Not now, bro. This wasn't a regular ball. This was a glass ball. You dropped it and it shattered. That's tough. They got lip. They haven't recovered since. Charlotte
Hmm.
ain't been Charlotte.
No,
They
no.
haven't been relevant. haven't been relevant at all. That's tough.
There was who was it? Dennis Rodman, Will Purdue.
Yes, sir. Allowed us more, 3 more championships. We appreciate you. That that Superman, Batman, and we got Robin.
Hmm.
Yep,
That was a good one. Allen Iverson to the Nuggets.
that was a shocker.
It was I guess I could call it that. But I already know
His way out.
he was on his way out.
Yeah,
In my mind, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna last much longer. So I
yeah.
mean, you did your thing, AI, you did your
We
thing. And
appreciate
then
you.
after that, when he went to, was it the Pistons after that?
Yeah, yeah. That was rough.
Ooh, wee. It
But
was a wrap
we
after
don't we don't
that.
remember we don't want to remember those times for AI.
Man.
That was a rough time.
But I think this ranks the highest. I can't think of anything on our list that I would be like, yo, what is going
Nah,
on?
bro. Nah,
Now, there were some moments, like not trade wise, but just like decision wise, of course, LeBron to Miami,
yeah,
Katie, Harden, and Kyrie teaming up in Brooklyn.
yeah. Or
I'm
KD
talking
to the
about like
Warriors.
recent history. Yes, Katie to the Warrior. Oh my
Yeah, yeah,
goodness.
that was epic. But
That
like
that shook
trades,
the league.
yeah. But trades, I've never
The
seen something
trades.
of this magnitude.
That's right.
Especially, we've never seen a superstar traded for a superstar.
That's right. That's right.
Like that's
That's right.
wild, bucks,
That
bro.
is
Like
wild. And that's what I think is
we
that
just
it tops
swapping.
them all.
It's
It tops
crazy.
them all for sure. And so, I mean, again, finally, we got some little rattling going on because it
So
was
something,
so
son.
quiet for so
Mhm.
long. And now I'm a little bit more excited to be like, all right, I need to
I
start
mean,
watching
hey,
these games.
because
Let's
we
see what's going
know
on.
we know this puts fear in the other NBA teams.
Absolutely.
So now, bro, it's gonna be havoc before this trade deadline.
Hmm.
Everybody's gonna be scraping like, all right, do we have enough? We ain't got enough. We ain't got enough. We
Yep.
gotta do something. We gotta make some moves. Like everybody, bro, is on 10. Like this.
And you know who's gonna be on 10? Joel Embiid and Paul George, because they don't play no basketball. They
That
need to get
part.
on this court because they know they're expendable too.
Embiid immediately called the gym like, yo, I'm gonna be ready next
Is
week.
that I, think
Yo, I'm coming.
I might can do some things on the court. I might, you know what? I
No,
feel
things
a
getting
whole
better.
lot better
My doctor cleared me, man. I'm just on workouts
immediately.
right now. I'm going to do a 5-on-5, man, on Thursday. I'm just
Full contact. Matter
full
of fact, we
contact,
ain't even got to ramp
full
up. I'm
contact.
ready right now. Just put me in the game, coach. That's how it is. When you realize, like, oh, they ain't for
Oh,
play, like
oh,
everybody can be expendable in this league, things change
man,
really quick, don't they?
real quick, bro. They putting everybody on notice. Everybody on notice.
I'm
He was
excited.
the most untouchable cat in the NBA.
I thought, for
That's
sure
what
thought.
everybody thought. Come on, man. I think, like I said before, bro, I think it's good for the NBA. Everybody gonna be on alert, but everybody gonna be on top of that game.
For
No
sure.
days off. Oh, yeah, I could play back to back now. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, no, I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
about
gonna
time.
travel with the team. Yeah, I'll be early on the bus. Yeah, I'll
You
be
think
there.
Bronny gonna get more minutes now that AD is out?
That's gonna be at the highlight.
Because they either gonna be losing by a lot or winning by a lot. He gonna get
Everybody,
some
they're
minutes.
gonna be doing some serious losing.
I
Like,
think he had
bro,
a season
even
high
if
of what, 5 points
yo,
recently?
even if the offense is magnificent, they're gonna get torched on the defensive side, bro.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
100%.
torched,
100%.
bro.
I don't see
Like,
anybody there that it ain't Rui, it ain't AR-15, it ain't
who,
Connect.
who,
I don't know. I don't
man,
know. But it's going to be a great time. I want to see the implosion. I don't care how it happens.
I'm here
Anything that
for it.
makes the implosion of the Lakers happen
Here for it.
and it's on
I'm here
and
for
I
it.
can see it in my time, in
Yeah,
my
yeah, man.
present time,
I'll be front
I'm all
row.
for it.
I'm front row.
Front
I'm front
row,
row.
popcorn,
Yo,
everything. I'm
what,
excited. So,
what, with party favors, all that, bro.
yeah, so because of that, we're looking forward to the rest of the season as always, and that's
Yeah,
why we love talking about it and having these moments to explain
yeah,
and share our thoughts on these trades and other things that are happening around the league. But I appreciate you all for joining as
yeah.
always. the Clutch Buckets podcast. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is
Appreciate you.
Kyle Spence,
I'm Josh Tyson.
and we out.
The next time,
Peace.
people.